Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Harambe YouTube, it is Wednesday, so you know what that means. It is time for my new comic book day unboxing. This week from Midtown Comics, MidtownComics.com. They ship nationwide and have probably the widest selection of new releases. So if you want to get that new book dropping this week and you do not have a local comic book store, check them out. I also highly recommend coffeeandacomic.com, where you can support a veteran business and get complimentary fresh ground coffee. So without further ado, let's open this package and see what we got for this wonderful new comic book day. I always open the packages on video so you can see the quality that your items will be shipped and packed with. No mysteries or guesses here. Now with Midtown Comics, if you're doing a smaller order of 5 to 6 books, they usually have a flat packaging, tightly sealed, very safe and secure. But for larger orders like this one, they give you the box. And always box with bubble wrap. And inside of the Midtown Comics iconic brown paper bag. And everything is individually bagged and boarded, so you don't have to buy the extra bags and boards. So let's get into it. Starting off with Batgirl number 12 from DC Comics. We have Supergirl number 6 from DC Comics. Really enjoying this series. It is a lot of fun. Superman Unlimited number 6, also from DC Comics. We have Batman Static Beyond issue number 1. Really looking forward to this. I am a big fan of Static Shock, and it looks like this may be a future state title. Let's take a look here, see if we can have a little description in the front here. Yeah, no description, but it's clearly an older Static, more akin to what we saw a couple years ago in Future State, with the Future State Batman as well. Really looking forward to it. I love team-ups and crossovers, and it's been way too long without a Static Shock title. So I'm going to read it, likely review it, so stay tuned to the channel for that. Next we have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 322. Now the interesting thing about this title is, if you're following the current runs of G.I. Joe from Image Comics, you will know that you have a G.I. Joe title that I believe is on issue, I'm not sure what issue it's on, but it's within double digits. And you have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero title, which is at 322. This is the long-running series from 1994. It's been through Marvel Comics, IDW. Now it's found its home in Image/Skybound, and they're doing great things with the title. The other G.I. Joe title is part of the Energon universe, which also includes Transformers and Void Rivals. Then we get, introductions to new characters, different allegiances. Baroness in that series is a G.I. Joe. And they recently brought in Shooter Craig, a character I was not previously familiar with, but really enjoyed her introduction to the series. And I found out After reading that issue, and then I found the Walmart exclusive action figure, it's actually a character that was part of the G.I. Joe Real American Hero series and was killed off in the late 80s, I believe. Next, we have, looks like Spawn number 370. I am a huge Spawn fan. It's from Image Comics. This is the book that actually started Image Comics and has been going, for over 30 something years now with the same creative direction. Todd McFarlane. And we are starting a new arc. We're still in the first couple of books of it, so now is a great time to start reading if you ever wanted to get into Spawn, but you've been intimidated by the lore and breadth of content. Next, we have Conan the Barbarian, number 26. As well, this is going to be a good jumping off point if you're not reading the book, because number 25 from Titan Comics was more of a special, which was kind of a recap of Conan's history throughout the ages a lot, and it was like a greatest hits done in a very clever way. We're going to be starting a brand new story arc with number 26, so get a hold of this from Titan Comics. Next we have from Dynamite Comics, Dynamite Blood Red number 2. And if you notice, it's spelled D-I-E-N-A-M-I-T-E, Dynamite. It is an epic apocalyptic zombie story that features all of the characters from Dynamite Comics lore. You have Red Sonja, you have Vampirella, you have Ash from Ash vs. Army of Darkness, Jennifer Blood, so many, Deja Thors, John Carter, and so far I think this is the third series, maybe the fourth. It started out with Dynamite back around 2020, and then Dynamite Lives, and I think there may have been another Dynamite series. I have to go through my comic stacks and see what's going on with it. But this is a continuation of that. It's a very fun series and a great way to get to know the characters of Dynamite Comics. Next we have Witchblade number 16. This is the 30th anniversary edition, and I love this cover. This cover really stood out to me. Sarah Pazzini in a red dress, not really anything going on in the background. Very classy, bold cover. This might go on the wall here. This is from Image Comics. We're getting down to the home stretch here. Next we have Absolute Superman number 13, part of the DC Absolute universe, which is really like a reworking of the origin of these characters. Very, very fun stuff. I've heard great things even about the books I'm not reading. Right now I am reading Absolute Superman, Absolute Green Lantern, and Absolute Wonder Woman, and really enjoying all three of these titles. And I've heard nothing but great things about Absolute Batman. The Absolute Batman annual actually sold out within a couple of days, and they had issues on eBay for like $30 within a couple of days. I hate when people do that. I buy books to enjoy them and read them, and I hate when people, they take advantage and become opportunistic But again, it is putting comics in the front and center of society, when these big issues break and when there's still a lot like that. So while it does promote comics in general, I think it hurts collecting when you have an issue that breaks big and then scalpers get a hold of it. So next, sorry, that was my little nerd rant, my little pet peeve. Next we have Vampirilla Armageddon #5 with the cosplay cover by Lauren DeLorean. That's from Dynamite Comics. If you are a fan of Vampirilla and not necessarily a fan of the current main run, which is being written by Christopher Priest, which I'm not, this is actually a whole different story that follows the, what was it? Vampirilla Strikes series from a couple years ago, which followed the Vengeance of Vampirilla series. Whole different team, whole different plot lines and storylines set in the future. Very good stuff. Next we have Absolute Wonder Woman #9. This is one that I actually missed. I forgot to buy it when it first came out. Fortunately, I was able to get a hold of this one. I think it may be a second printing. See here. Yeah, it may or may not be a second printing. I thought it was. And that's from DC Comics. And last but most definitely not least, we have Blood and Thunder #7 from Image/Skybound Comics. If you follow this channel, you have heard the title Blood and Thunder before. I have a playlist of reviews that I've done for this series, a brand new series from the team of Serrano, Sue, Masick, and Kirkman. And it is a sci-fi space epic. In my opinion, it's an epic. You start off of a terraformed asteroid and a prison kind of floating off the coast of this asteroid, and this prisoner alien breaks out and causes havoc on the asteroid, and it is up to Blood and Thunder, a team of a half alien, half human kind of bounty hunter and her sentient gun. And while you start off on the asteroid, it takes you throughout the galaxy into a story that, well, it starts off as a prison escape. Is really more about the dangers of colonialism, systematic oppression, repression of knowledge, revolution, and so much more, with more than enough action and comedy to balance out the heavy themes, and they're not heavy-handed at all. And I've had the fortune of actually interacting with the writer and artist of this book on Blue Sky, and I asked them, what is this going to be a longer series? Because we're doing a lot of lore building and a lot of world establishing, and so I felt like it's going to be something epic, and that is indeed their plan. So get on the ground floor. It has been a great story so far, and it keeps getting better and holding my attention with every issue. It's one of those I look forward to. So that's what I got for this week. Check these out at your local comic book store. Again, if you do not have a local comic book store, check out my friend Jeff at coffeeandacomic.com. They ship nationwide, have the best price on shipping, and very fast and efficient shipping. You get fresh ground coffee with it, and you get to support a veteran. And if you're in California, they're located in Huntington Beach. But if you, like I said, if you're wanting to, if you don't have a pull box set up with them or anywhere else, check out MidtownComics.com. Ship nationwide, slightly discounted book prices. The shipping is going to be a little bit more expensive and a touch slower. But you see the way they pack everything. Both companies actually pack and board your books. So I will see you guys next time. Until then, keep reading them books. You know I will. I'm out.